Well, we've been watching this disturbance out in the Gulf of Mexico, and this is just coming in just before the top of the show here. And now the hurricane hunters finding pressure that's down to 1005 millibars. So more than likely, this is on the verge of becoming a tropical depression if these storms get cooking during the course of the evening. And as we take a look locally, it's been a relatively quiet day across Acadiana. Temperatures in the mid-90s this afternoon. Scattered tropical showers and thunder showers. You have some nice action, but weakening now, moving through Kaplan and into southern portions of Acadia Parish. Crowley getting a nice downpour as the coastal marshes we get into deeper into Vermilion Parish. Also some shower and thunder shower activity late this afternoon between Port Barre, Palmetto. That's moving westward. I expect all this activity to diminish as we lose the daytime heating, but there's plenty of deep tropical moisture getting ready to come in as we head into tomorrow. Today, that little bit of a bubble ridge out ahead of our low pressure system out here in the Gulf of Mexico. And earlier today, hurricane hunters, before the hurricane hunters got out here, a satellite pass that does a wind analysis as well. Remote sensing showed us a closed circulation. So we do have a low pressure system, although broad right now. The hurricane hunters, as I showed you, haven't found much wind, but certainly pressure's low enough to become a tropical depression with time. Thus, the National Hurricane Center upping the chance of this becoming a depression to 80%. And it's generally going to be heading to the west-northwest toward the Texas coastline. We think it certainly has tropical depression potential, maybe tropical storm potential. It's got a couple of days over warm Gulf waters before it reaches the Texas coast. But the bottom line for us, it's going to sling deep tropical moisture our way, so rain chances on the way up. Meanwhile, tropics picking up elsewhere. Tropical storm Gonzalo is probably going to become a hurricane. More on that in just a bit. And a strong wave that's going to be coming off the African coast. This one looks to develop as well, and something that we'll be tracking over the next week to 10 days. Here's the forecast track on this developing system. And again, track not that important. It's where is the moisture going to go? The bulk of the deepest moisture heading for Texas, but we're going to get a taste of plenty of tropical showers and storms. Meanwhile, tropical storm Gonzalo is bucking to be the first hurricane of the season, but as it moves through the Caribbean, it's going to encounter a much more hostile environment, some wind shear as well, so it may actually weaken and may even dissipate somewhere in the Caribbean. But small systems hard to forecast, and this one is a tiny one. It could hold together, but just as equally it could be fragile and fall apart. Usually the Caribbean Sea is a tropical system graveyard in the month of July, so we'll have to watch that, especially because that system may actually try to head for the Gulf if it survives. Meanwhile, in the near term on the front burner will be this broad area of low pressure out here in the Gulf of Mexico tomorrow. Not much shower and thunderstorm activity, but then it moves in during the afternoon, some tropical rain bands. And as we head into Friday, even a better chance of tropical showers and storms at any time during the day. I have rain chance Friday and Saturday at 90% while the system heads toward Texas. Not going to rain all day long, but we're going to see plenty of tropical showers and thunder showers on and off as we head into the weekend. As for rainfall, here's the European model through Sunday. Notice it's kind of making a left-hand turn with the bulk of the heaviest rains heading for the mid to south Texas coast, and then drive it well inland as well. Locally for us, at least several inches of rain. We'll take a look at the Acadiana specific forecast coming up tonight at 10. So an isolated shower or two or thunderstorm early, but most of us quiet. 76 the low, 91 the high tomorrow. Partly sunny early, but it clouds up with the risk of storms for the afternoon, increasing to about 60% or so. And we're going to start to see a northeast breeze tomorrow. That continues into Friday with on and off showers and storms and the threat of some locally heavy rains possible. And it stays wet with deep moisture in place as we go throughout the week and into possibly even next weekend as well. So a change in the pattern, and the change to stay with us, and it's going to be on the wet side for the days to come.